Hello and welcome to episode 67 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast, a podcast about all things Hastings United, and I am your host Chris Laverick. On the show today we've got shout outs, we've got Tim's takes, we've got Adam Smith on from the Hastings United Independent Sports Club talking the excellent HUISC Fan Day 22 that happened last week, and also news on the Supporters Club Player of the Year Award. And then we go over to the SBTS Fan Roundtable with special guests this week, top first teamers Knory Scott and Tom Chalmers. Enjoy, Hastings fans. And now over to the shout outs. This one's from Tim Reeves. This is a really special one for a special cause. This is the 10th Barry Gurr Memorial Race Day, and it's on Thursday, May 19th at Linfield Park. Return coach fare, entrance race tickets, programme, raffle ticket, and use of hospitality lounge, only 40 quid per person. There will also be a race day auction of signed footballs from Hastings own and most capped Prem player GARETH BARRY. Coaches leave 10:15 to 11 a.m. staggered. Return to Hastings by 7 p.m. The fourth coach is now booking, so contact Tim Reeves on 07 985 772 174 if you're interested. And remember, all proceeds go to St Michael's Hospice. Get your name down. And over to Tim's takes.
Just a quick report on the ladies' situation this week, because our women's team didn't have a match, but the rather sad news for them is that Acorns played away at Ashford in a game which we're hoping they were either going to draw or lose, but they won convincingly 6-0, which is a slightly strange result considering how when we played Ashford, 3 times this season, they've always been very good opponents. I think we've beaten them once, drawn with them once, and lost with them and lost to them. Whereas when we've played Acorns, I think we've come out on top in the 3 times we've played them in the 2 league games and the cup result. So either Ashford were a little bit weakened on the Easter weekend, or Acorns just played incredibly well on the artificial pitch there. But they won 6-0, which means we can't actually catch them. But we've got another away game next week away to Meridian, where hopefully we can win. And our final league game of the season is in the first week of May, when we're away to Bexhill. So it looks we are going to finish second, which is still a very good achievement for our women's team. And hopefully they can build on it and go on to get promoted next season.
And now over to the Hastings United Independent Supporters Club Chairman, Adam Smith. Okay, right. It gives me great pleasure to have the wonderful, fabulous HUISC Chairman, Adam Smith, coming on. We're talking Fan Day 22 that happened when this comes out. It was last week's event, which was a special Supporters Club sponsored day. What I wanted to do is get Adam on to give his thoughts on how the day went. Adam, first of all, obviously, hello, sir.
Hello, Chris.
Hello. If you can, tell us how you feel it went and what are we looking forward to for next year?
Yeah, that went really well. I mean, just a bit of a backstory to set it all up. The club asked us if we wanted to sponsor a game. We thought, that's a great idea, but we need to make it something for the fans. So Fan Day was born. So what we did, a couple of the ideas we had, firstly, we had our own members whose children were mascots. So we had 5 children in all, and they got to do all the mascot things, which was go on the pitch and meet the players, have a little kickabout, see inside the boardroom, the inner workings of the football club, see how that works on the day. And the bit that I would have loved to have done if I was a kid is actually walk out with the players onto the pitch.
Yeah, and I did see that moment. They all looked really chuffed.
And especially on Champions Day as well, to walk out to a guard of honour, that was really nice.
Yeah, that was nice. Well, to be fair, that was quite nice of VCD to do that, wasn't that? So
that made it
even
really
more
nice.
better.
Yeah, and actually echo that with Lancing as well, away on the Monday.
I mean, the day itself was blessed with great weather. I know that obviously I'm on the supporters club committee, but I'm not the chair. I'm not the big boss man like Smithy is. But like we had a sign-up stall, and which was very, very successful. You know, lots of people there signing back up for early bird prices. I mean, it's a bit too early to talk about what we can offer for next year, Smithy. But I know that it's going to definitely be bigger and better than last year, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It was lovely to see, and thank you to yourself for being on that stall. It was lovely to see people signing up already, and that gives us a lot of hope that it's going to be a good season. It was a bit hit and miss at the start of this season. We didn't know what was going to go on with COVID and all that malarkey, but now we're past all that, and people are signing up without us really saying what we're going to do yet. But it's nice to have people. Yeah, we want to be part of the supporters club. We're seeing what you're doing today with the fan day. We want to be part of that. But there's definitely going to be offers. There's definitely going to be coach travel and things like that. So your incentives are there, but there is going to be bigger and better things on top of that. A lot more events organised as we're able to do now. It's nice for people to sign up at this year's price for next year's events.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, things close to my heart, things like the fan forums and things like that. I know for anyone listening, we do want to make it not just a discount card. We want to make it something that where you've got a voice, and that Hastings United Independent Supporters Club card actually means something. And we're hoping that particularly next season that will be the case.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like you say, it's having a voice. There's lots of people at the football club. The fan base is getting bigger and bigger, but being part of the supporters club not jumps the queue as such, but it gives you access to the football club that you wouldn't have as just a regular fan. And like you say, with the fans forums that we're going to have a lot more of, with players, with managers, with directors of the football club, you're going to have your chance to speak directly to them and be first there when there's big news.
As part of Fan Day, one of the things that was done was, and I mean, this is a techie thing. It was, I know that Adam Carter and yourself sorted out the sort of supporters club voting system, and I'm not suggesting it was rigged, but Louis Rogers obviously won, an astounding victory for Louis. I mean, tell us to go through that, because I'm not techie. So how was it done?
Yeah, big shout out to Adam Carter for setting it up. So set up a few QR codes for your phone to scan, or you could go onto our website and find the link there. But go on there, pick your man of the match during the match. And that was the first time, to my knowledge, that the fans have voted for man of the match, and definitely voted that way. And speaking to Adam, we had a good take up on it. And I think with Louis winning, I think a lot of people that Adam said he spoke to, and a lot of feedback he got, was it was almost a vote not just for Saturday's match, it was a vote for the season. Louis, the amount of clean sheets he's had, the amount of quality performance he's put in, and it tends to be the goal scorers that win man of the match. Yeah. So that was a nice nod that the fans showing their appreciation to Louis. And I think I said it on my social media, it's nicer because it was the fans voting for that man of the match. It's what it's all about. It's us saying, yeah, you had a good game, you should get the award.
No, it was a nice touch, and obviously well done to everyone that used the system. I don't know if I did try and vote. I don't know if I did it properly though, but that's just me being a bit of an umpty.
So yeah, following on from the success of the man of the match vote, we're going to use a similar system to vote for supporters player of the year.
Yeah. How long's that open for, Smithy?
It's definitely going to be a couple of weeks. I'm not 100% sure on what day the football club have arranged the presentation evening, but it's definitely going to be open for a couple of weeks. So we've opened it. It will be yesterday as this podcast is going out. You've definitely got this week, next week, and obviously the game on Saturday. If you can't get online to vote, we will be taking votes in person at the game.
Anyone that's listening to this now what's the website address if they want to get on, vote for Player of the Year?
Couple of ways to do it. Look on any of our social media, be it Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. All the information's on there. Or you need to visit husupporters.club/POTY. Go on there. Adam Carter's done a great job. There's little pictures of all of the players. Click the one you want. Leave your name. Leave your email address. We've also put a little box in there so that people can leave a comment. So if there's any nice comments you want to leave for us to pass on to the players, or just anything you want to say about their performances, it's just, we thought it was quite a nice idea for just a few words, just to see what people have made of the season from our side, just to get a bit of feedback. And also we will pass anything you say on to the players themselves.
Oh, great stuff. All right, Smithy. Well, thank you for your time, Adam. And,
not a problem.
And I will see you at the game this Saturday.
See you at the last game of the season.
Oh yeah, what a season it's been.
We'll go out with a bang.
And now over to the SBTS Fan Roundtable. And a big thanks to Andy, Malcolm, Windy, Johnny Wills, Leon, Ian, Matt, and that dynamic duo down the right, Tom Chalmers and Knory Scott, and of course Kim, for making it happen. I've had a bit of a week, all right? I've had a bit of a week, right?
The kids again.
Don't. All of them are ill. Yeah, all of them. DNV.
All 27 of them.
All 27 of them, right? Right. Hey, Knory, you all right, mate?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Knory.
Just,
Knory.
I'm just moaning about my kids, right? So, all of them ill. I was ill. Saturday evening after your great victory. Luckily, I didn't get too wasted because I came back to a sick household. So I told the gentleman on Monday during the game, okay, and this is what I got back when I told the gentleman that I've gone home sick from work I was ill as well. I got this.
Oh, Chris Laverick, he shits where he wants.
Right, I don't know if you heard that, right? I shit where I want, apparently. Yes, there was no love. There was no love given to me there by the boys of Hastings. So anyway.
Did you expect anything more?
No, not really.
As I said before, there's Gary and the boys getting how many clean sheets in the last 10 games? Chris has had none in the last 10 days.
John, why are you hiding behind that fence?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to make a run for it in a minute.
Have you had a fight with some hair clippers?
Yeah, I'm no longer hair flick now. Thank you, Chris.
Was it all the jokes? Finally got to you.
No, it's the lack of hair mainly.
That must be what that is, then. You're in a shearing pen.
Chubby Bruce Willis now, aren't you?
I think Laverick needs to go through a sheep dip.
Oh, don't.
Let alone a shearing pen.
It looks like someone lurking outside a sixth form girls' college behind there.
Yes. Right. We actually do have two of our top players here today, and particularly I'm spouting shit. We've got TC, Tom Chalmers, we've got Knory Scott here. Thank you for coming on, gentlemen.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Knory on it. He wouldn't have come on otherwise.
No. You needed to twist his arm.
No, I was nervous.
Yeah. Don't be nervous around us, Knory.
I'm right now.
Oh,
yeah, be nervous around Chris.
You're the one hanging around the school, mate.
He'll fiddle with your words, and it'll make you out to be something you're not.
No.
He's done it to me. He's ruined my life.
Is that why you're living in a secure unit now? Where are you living, John?
Yeah, I'm in a shed.
Not surprised after that operation you had this morning.
Oh yeah, well, I almost missed tonight.
I wonder you've had it shaved. They shaved the wrong end.
Anyway, Jesus Christ. We've started off worse than we've ever done here. Sorry, TC. Sorry, Knory. Knory, thanks for coming on. Saying a big hello quickly to Malcolm, Matt, Windy, Leon, Sir Andy, John Wills in the nursing home, and Ian, as well as Knory and Tom. Thanks for coming on, boys. You're champions. Let's talk about Saturday, first of all. Obviously, wonderful moment where you raised the trophy. It's actually quite professionally done. It's a great celebration. I mean, it was great. Any words on that, boys?
It was just a great experience. Never experienced anything like that. It was fun. Like at the end when all the fans came on, it was nice speaking to everyone. So I had a great time.
Yeah, it was very professional as well. Like, obviously, I was worried about not winning, because if we did win, even though the league was already won, like VCD are on a bad side, and losing it would just kind of ruin the day a little bit. But we done all right, and they're not a bad side, so it was good that we won. I
thought it was a great performance. Obviously, that was the 3-0, wasn't it? 2-0 was on Monday. And what about Kenny's goal? That was a nice little touch at the end, wasn't it?
What a goal!
That was unreal. That was unreal.
Yeah, we'll hear about that next game, next few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, he's got that on Twitter. He's got it all going on with that one.
Yeah.
Who was he actually crossing to?
That's what I'm wondering.
His dad.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, you know, the league had already been wrapped up. I mean, I know you were saying, Tom, you were worried about, losing. I mean, I don't think you lads would have lost to them. I mean, you've been so. I mean, I know it's semi-professional, but you've been so professional, just getting those results, no matter if the performances have been iffy or whatever. You've always managed to do the basics really well. I mean, let's go actually, Tom. Like your season, like being moved to like that right back position.
Yeah.
I mean, Christ, it's been like so many times people have been jumping up and down, like Jesus is just gliding past people. And then obviously you got Knory on that side as well. Like you two, like obviously have a great relationship in terms of football. Like it's a joy to watch. I mean,
yeah, it makes my life easier. Tom knows.
Yeah, you actually listen to me as well. It helps when I talk. I played everywhere this year, and I've never played like that before in my life. So it's at the start I wasn't sure about it. But when you play well, it's different. If I had a bad game, I was thinking, I hate like that. But it's always, if you have a good game, you love it. So it does help when you play well.
I mean, do you think like say for instance next season, if you know, obviously if you stay, I'm sure you might have a few offers here and there, but we all know that you're going to stay because you're going to take us up to the next league. What are you going to have a little arm wrestle with Gary about, I wouldn't mind playing somewhere else? I mean, are you happy with the role? I mean, you're enjoying it. I mean, I know mostly I've seen you had fantastic performances there. So,
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I do enjoy it. Like, I wouldn't go in there and say, I'm not playing right back, like, because I've enjoyed playing right back. Even with Tifa, it was 0-0, and I wouldn't have got forward as much. I still enjoyed it. Like, I don't mind playing right back because I don't mind the defending side of it. Like 1v1, I'm not a bad 1v1 defender. That's why I was put in the first place. But yeah, it's when like playing left. I played there the other day, didn't I? Left wing again. And it's just different. You get more excited when you're up there. You get the ball and you can go. And in my head, it's always been since I was a kid, just go, run, get forward. But yeah, it's similar right back because I still do that, don't I? And especially with Knory, I can play the ball to Knory and then go and help him. Just about the
learning though, TC, isn't it? You know, the learning of the defensive side of it. Yeah. When the ball's on the opposite side of the field and things like that, Yeah.
I feel like with Gaz learning as well. With Gaz, he helps a lot, and definitely Finn, because obviously played next to Finn last 20 odd games, and then he helps me out even at training and different bits like that.
Yeah. Now moving on to Knory, like early season, obviously Knory, like you were coming back into the team, like you were playing mostly 23s games and that.
Yeah, but that whole period, that was kind of tough for me. I wasn't injured. Had a few meetings with Aggie, and he just basically said, you're good enough, but he said it in a nice way. Whereas I knew he didn't have me in his plans. So it was tough. And then when Gaz took over Burgess Hill, I just thought this is my one chance to get back in the team, and I tried my best and played well that game. So I thought it was. But I hadn't played for the first team since Beckenham, and that was only 20 minutes. So yeah, it's quite tough for the whole first half of the year.
Beckenham, you come on as a sub, yeah? Towards the end of the game. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I'm do-ali tap. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like you've been tearing it up, and I've heard from other people that go to the 23s games that you're ridiculously good for them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's great that form has now moved into the first team, where when you've been playing, you know, you've been all over them, which is great.
I don't even know what to say. When I was playing 23s, like it's a good level, but I knew in my head that I wanted to play higher. So when I wasn't playing first team, it was quite frustrating. Like there was times where I was like, do I stay? Because ultimately, I just want to play football, but I wasn't playing football in first team level. So I was thinking, do I stay? Do I leave? But I'm glad I stayed because it all worked out in the end. I'm loving football again. So
that's good.
Great.
That's good to hear.
Your confidence levels, mate, over the season just went from here up.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You can see it, you know. As you got better, the team got better, and with Tom alongside you as well, it just that side is so strong on that along that side on the right hand side. Just made a big difference, mate. Seriously.
Yeah.
And I suppose, Knory, the position you play is you've got to make things happen to some degree, and confidence isn't a thing you can switch on, is it? And the more you feel, if you feel your confidence is down, it makes you more reluctant to do those tricks, to really take the game to people, and so it's great to see that you've come, that players, all players go through that, downs and highs and lows with the confidence, but in the position you play, it's even more, the spotlight's on you, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. But confidence is what it really came down to. Like, I just didn't have as much confidence as I do now. But now, like, even when I was at my lowest, older boys, like, they're the main reason I decided that I'd want to stay, because everyone's always giving encouragement. It's nothing like anything personal. So that's what's really helped me, just everyone.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good, as it should be.
I think, Chris, didn't we? I don't know why we did go over to that Burgess Hill game, but we did, didn't we? In Adam's car.
Yeah.
And we really noticed it, Knory, that evening, that it felt like a bit of a free hit of a game. And the two things I took away from that game were you on that wing, and Jack Bates. That was the first time I think I might have seen Jack play for the under 23s, but you and Jack were outstanding in that game, and it really, really noticed. So it was quite a tight game in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But did you just go in? So, like you said, you just went into it and thought, I've got to do something here, because Gary had shown confidence in you.
Yeah, that, and I just knew that if I didn't play well that game, then it would probably be done for me, because new manager, Gary hadn't really seen me play, because obviously I was playing 23s. He just seen me train. So I just thought, whatever happens, go there and give it your best and do what you normally do. So I didn't have any like fear or anything. I just went into it thinking it's all or nothing. Just be yourself.
It was good because we went. It was just a Sussex Cup game, but it was and like I said, I wouldn't normally go, but it was a really competitive game as well, wasn't it? And so it all worked out really well. That was a nice evening. That.
Yeah, it was a good evening for me as well.
Yeah.
No, boys. Any other chaps want to say anything?
I think all I'd say, I love watching skillful players, but I also, more than anything, I love watching skillful players who are prepared to work really hard for the team. And I think both of you have worked so hard for the team this season, as well as giving us kind of creative input. And I think that's fantastic. And I really applaud that for both of you, really. It's quite easy to look fancy on the pitch. Well, say it's easy. I can't do it. But there are players who can do the tricks, but don't put the work in. And you both put massive amounts of work in, and that's fantastic to see.
No, definitely. Especially when I go forward, I come back and Knory's always there behind me, so it does help.
Yeah, I just think that's because we're all so close. Like, if I see Tom out of position, then I know I have to get in position to help him. But I just think it's the team camaraderie. We're all so close. We just want to work for each other.
Some of your defensive stuff as well, Knory. You're not all about going forward. You can see that, like you say, even Tom's stuck up front sometimes because he's got, stranded out on the right. You're dropping back. Sometimes that wasn't happening at the beginning of the season. It's a big difference. And I think there's little things like that. Might have got us the odd point here and there as well. And hats off to you, mate.
So Knory, Knory, so what you're saying is that Tom's out of position all the time and you're covering for him, yeah?
Oh, I'm not saying that. Definitely not.
It's nice to see. No. I think when it comes to the end of the season and you're trying to look for who would you vote, who's a standout player to vote for as player of the season, and it shows what an incredible side this is that I just can't do it.
No,
there's so many games all about the pitch. It's a real team performance, and I think that shows with Tom really grafting away in that role that he's been given for the team as well as for his own development. But I think, and it gives us a extra string to the bow as a side to have someone with his attacking flair going forward in a kind of wing back role. And it's the same with Knory. You can see everyone's playing for the team. There's no glory hunters there.
Exactly.
And I wanted to ask Knory as well about it's great for us to have a international player playing for us. What's your best moment playing for your country, for Bermuda?
My best moment is probably my first goal last summer, even though we won like 7-0, but that's my best moment.
Who was that against, Knory?
It was against Aruba, just another island.
That's it. Yeah.
No one's special.
That's all special, mate. You don't have internationals playing for Hastings very often, I can assure you.
Yeah.
I can only think of one other one, full international, and I think that was back in the 60s. So.
Oh, wow.
Bobby Smith, he was ex-Spurs, he came to Hastings. He was England as well. But there you go, mate. I don't think there's been many more. Might have been a few under-18s and stuff like that for other countries, but...
Yeah, well, we're getting
there now.
Yeah, I've got an England captain on there, haven't we?
Exactly.
England colleges captain, eh?
And you got Alfie Peacock and Freddie Legg down with the youngsters.
But full internationals, this is what I'm on about. Yeah. That's it. It doesn't matter. Bermuda, it doesn't matter. Talking of which, Sean Goat or Clyde Best?
I'd say Clyde Best, just because I know him better personally.
Yeah, he's one of my heroes from back in the 70s, mate. Good
to see. I'm old enough to have seen him play as well, John. Would you believe? That's,
of course, people believe.
Okay, clearly I'm old enough to have seen him play.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. But no, I mean, feed the goat and he will score. Surely, surely. What a lovely bloke and a fantastic, absolutely Manchester City legend. That bloke.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah. At the risk of sounding a bit UKIP, Knory, how did you end up sort of coming over here? And how did you end up at Hastings? You were at Kidderminster before, weren't you?
Yeah. I moved from Bermuda since I was 14, but I came to England at 15, I think, and I went to Beeds, and I met up with Aggie actually somewhere. He saw me play.
Beeds over Eastbourne.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
And he saw me play, and I ended up going to Eastbourne Borough when he was here. And then when he came to Hastings the first time, I was in the academy actually. So before I went to Kidderminster, I was actually at Hastings, and then I came back.
All right.
But I was really young.
Yeah, 15. Blimey. Well, how old are you now anyway? You're about 24, aren't you?
No, 22.
22.
Yeah, see there, Wikipedia says you were born on the 6th of June or the 20th
He's got a
of January.
Wikipedia page. Hey, big time, mate. Big time. Wikipedia.
So which one is
Also,
it?
yes, it's full
20th
international.
of January or 6th of June?
6th of June.
There you go. One of them's wrong then.
Yeah.
That makes you a bit younger then.
Yeah.
Right, and quickly, let's move on to Lancing. Right, I wasn't there. I was at work, and then I was on the Trotskys. Who went?
Before you talk about
anyone?
Lancing, could John and I just lodge a complaint about your lot's invasion of the main stand on Saturday?
Oh, come on.
And the
It's blocking our view.
Inappropriate chanting.
It's all the prawn sandwiches.
Get out of it.
So I just think that needs to go on record, and the furore that it caused as they
Malcolm spilt his champagne.
Yeah, I don't know whether you probably, Tom and Knory probably heard them that all the lads from behind the goal came and joined us up in the main stand for the presentation to create Billy Wood's atmosphere for him. So it caused quite a stir when they arrived.
How did they get in? How did you let them in? Because don't you have to have that incontinence type-in badge that sort of helps you to walk in, or
a special lanyard?
They
just stormed the steward.
They did. They rushed him.
Sorry, lads. Just so you know, right? What the joke is that everyone in the main stand's about 100 years old, and they've all got colostomy bags and all that. That's the joke. Yeah, so that's what we're going on about.
Your kids all got food poisoning from the prawn sandwiches you nicked from the main stand.
Oh, don't, mate. Don't. Anyway, right. Yeah, no, that was a lovely celebration after.
It was a good celebration, yeah.
Yeah, I published the picture on Twitter, and it was the closest I've ever come to causing a Twitter storm for all the stick they got off their mates for being pictured in the main stand. So, like a bit of getting over, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the gentrification, mate. Gentrification.
Yeah. Great view from up there, though. Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing I say. If you've got a team that's playing as well as our lot are, then you want a good view of it. That's my take on it.
You don't get that from behind the goal. You don't see the tactical side of it, and you see very little of how brilliant this defence is we've got. I was looking at it in the past 13 games. We've conceded 5 goals in 13 games in the running. That's phenomenal, and that's what wins you champions, doesn't it? I mean, wins you leagues. Absolutely outstanding. The defence has been.
I'll put the boys on the spot. Yeah, what do they appreciate more? You main stand wallers that or do you appreciate the lads singing your names?
You can't ask
on?
that.
Come on.
I'll let Tom answer that.
Oh, politician, I love it.
I've got to say the loud ones because my dad and my little brother and my uncle is in there, so. My little brother's always got his top off or something like that, so I can't not say him.
Well done, TC.
I think that's really good. The good thing about the club, there's such a diversity, isn't there? And we've got enough fans to have these kind of friendly rivalries amongst the supporters. But it's just stunning looking around that Pilot Field. It's such a great ground, and so it's got such a buzz to it, isn't there, when you see it regularly loaded with over 1,000 people, or 2,000 now. It's going that way. So, and I just always like to ask what bonus is that for you players when you're not running out with a crowd of 300 people at Ashford?
No, it's massive because I think at the start of the season, so this is like my first proper real season, this one, obviously last year it would have been, but because of COVID, I think you start to get used to it a little bit, the fans. And then I think it was Lancing where we had 2K, and then you could tell there was a lot more. But then when you play it, you forget a little bit. But I think definitely the best fans this year, what it has been, was Ashford away.
Yeah,
and that
was great.
Unbelievable. Like the buzz I had after scoring then was better than Sittingbourne. But yeah, it was definitely the best of the season. Yeah,
we took that place over, didn't we?
Yeah, nice.
That was a beautiful goal you scored that day as well, Tom. I thought when you hit that, I just thought it's almost, how is it possible to strike a ball better than that? I don't know how you felt about it. It's just one of those ones that you thought it was a shot that felt like a Mike Tyson punch.
Yeah, to be fair, it just felt good not to score my head because it felt like beating the end.
Yeah, it was a beautiful strike. That was. It just one of my moments of the season. Just something about that.
You came and celebrated that literally face to face with us as well, so appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to my little brother, but he kind of got stuck behind everyone.
Right, let's move on to Lancing. John was there. John, you went, didn't you?
Yeah, I went there.
I think maybe TC and Knory went.
Yeah.
They definitely were there, yes. It's hard for me to remember what I did yesterday, but I'll have a go.
It's definitely a nursing home you're in now, mate. Fucking hell.
I think did they have their biggest crowd? It was about over 300 or one of nearly their biggest, but I think that's been the way, isn't it? When Hastings United play, clubs tend to get their highest crowd. It was a busy performance, I thought. It's nice to see that, it's the end of the season. It could be deflating these matches, but I know when Gary was on last week, he was saying about he's got records he wants to break, he's got and maintain. So you could see that there was an intensity there about our play, and we seemed to control the game right through the first half. And I think we scored our second on the just before half time, didn't we? And first one was Ben Pope, and the second one was James Hull's header. So it was a good performance. There was no doubt about what the result was going to be.
I appreciate the video, by the way, as well, John, of Ben's goal that you sent over, mate. Nice one.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
How did Maxton play? He played all right, didn't he?
Yeah, he's very good, Harvey.
Yeah, he did all right. Yeah,
he did all right.
Yeah,
he's been playing well for Freeze as well.
That's good news. All these young players coming through, it's great. His future's just looking bright.
It's a great, having won the thing, it's a great opportunity to play around with a few things.
Yeah.
And one thing we talked about, going back to the beginning of the season, one thing we talked about was with people like Jack Dixon and Sam Adams and Kenny and those sort of players at one end of the scale. We talked about how many of the new players and young players would break through this year. And it's been that side of it's been a real, with the two lads that are on now and the other youngsters, the under 23s. James as well, scoring, beginning to score goals for the first team as well now. And that's been another it's great success this year, isn't it? That we can see the next generation coming through. So that's been another nice aspect to the season for sure.
Listen, Knory, I can't keep her off any longer, okay? Knory, your mum's coming in, okay? I'm apologise, but I'm sorry, matey. I'm trying to keep her off. She's... The mighty Kim is coming on.
That's not going to go well.
Come on, Kim.
I'm going to be in so much trouble.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Hello, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. What time is it where you are?
It is 4:31 in Bermuda right now.
In the morning?
No, in the afternoon.
Oh, that's okay then. Jeez.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So you guys could just go ahead with the interview. I just like to see him participate in things like this.
You're being monitored. You're being monitored by your mum, mate.
No, you got to watch your language now, mate.
Yeah, he was effing and blinding Kim. I couldn't
terrible.
stop him.
I don't know.
John here. I just wanted to ask, have you got any of those embarrassing photos of Knory when he was younger that you could share?
No.
I have some good ones, but you have to ask Knory. I think he has some, so he can send them to you.
No, it's great. Well, thanks for coming on, Kim.
Yes.
And Knory's not run off yet. That's great. Thank you, Knory, for staying. I was worried he was going to go.
No, I'm good.
So yeah, Lancing. Sorry, we're just talking about Lancing, Kim.
I can hear you.
How did you play Knory? Let's talk about Knory first. Come on.
How did you play? What a question.
I only played like 20 minutes. I done all right, but I should have scored. But I'm not happy that I haven't scored a lot this season, but usually when I don't score a lot in one season, the next season I go on a mad run. So hopefully that continues and I score loads next year.
There was a couple of one-to-ones with the keeper, but the keeper did really well, I thought. He got very close to you, didn't he? And sort of narrowed any angle. But I thought your work down the right was tireless and you linking up well there. I wanted to talk about Lloyd Dawes as well a bit later, but maybe now it's not the time, is it?
What?
Mr.
Why?
Why? No, I really thought he looked good. You know, we know Lloyd's got so much potential and he's been dogged by this shin splints or the calf injury, which is a absolute nightmare. But the most disappointing part of that, you could tell how much he wanted to come on and for the team and for the fans to score, and he had a couple of opportunities, but his other approach work was really good. You know, you could see the quality we've got, the potential quality we've got for next season there as we step up a league.
Yeah, he's like a new signing if he gets properly fit. It's like a new signing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
What do you chaps think? The lads, obviously Knory and Tom. You know, Lloyd does get quite a few knocks and that, and it must have hit his confidence. I mean, do you think he can pull it off next season and get like a full season out of his body?
Yeah, I don't think it messed up his confidence. I don't think stuff gets to his head easily, but yeah, he's a good player. And I'm pretty sure he'll be fine next year.
No, you can see even in training, different things like that he's an unbelievable player. He's one of them players where you know where he's going, but he'll go that way and get past you anyway. Because he's strong, but he's still quick.
Yeah,
so he'll be really good for us next year if he can stay fit.
Even if he's like managed well, if you got 20 games out of him, that's going to be 20 good games, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
We're all being polite now because Kim's listening.
Oh, you don't have to be polite. I listen to this podcast quite often, so I listen to you
of course
guys.
you do, yeah.
Yes, I do.
My favourite listener from Bermuda.
Yes, of course. So you could just continue the way you normally coordinate your
We've got to be good every week now.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you're good, it's not going to be exciting.
So tell me, right, because a little birdie, cheap in my ear, says apparently what you get up to, what you say on Twitter annoys Knory. Is this what is it you're saying on Twitter that's upsetting Knory?
Say that again.
Apparently your Twitter, your tweets upset. Rile up Knory. That what is he? What are you saying? What is it that's
He has what I'm saying is I'm just a proud mom, but he's like, Mama, just go easy. So I guess he thinks moms shouldn't be tweeting on Twitter.
Glad mine doesn't.
He said I do it too much. He said I tweet too much, but actually I enjoy Twitter. To explain it to Knory while we're on this chat, it's exciting for me because It's been away for so
You're in a
long.
motorbike, are you?
For you, yeah, so for you guys to have suggestions tweeting the game, it's exciting. Like,
Oh, nice.
It makes me feel like I'm a part of the game, and I don't always get to see him play games. So it's just exciting for me because I just feel like I'm part of the excitement. So that's what it's about for me, because I never get to see him play games because I work on Saturday. So even if he was at home, I wouldn't get to see him play a game if he's playing on Saturday. So it's just exciting for me to know that I could be a part of the excitement. But that's okay. That's what it is for me, Knory.
Look at him.
Just that.
Kim, I just wanted to say, sorry about the motorbike noises, but Chris has had a house of illness. But I did want to ask about Knory. How is it in Bermuda? Having a international footballer as a son, and how's that? What sort of feedback do you get from the other people?
I get good feedback. I don't know if he knows this, but if I say I'm Nora's mom, they're like, yes, I know Knory is a good player, but I try to go easy, as I'm been told, just go easy. But no, I get good feedback for him to be an international player. And I have great joy putting out his successes on Twitter or any platform. Yeah, I get good feedback. It's good. And a lot of parents would approach me because I don't know if Knory has said that he's been going out of Bermuda since he was like 12, 13. So we have a lot of boys leaving Bermuda at an early age. And I get a lot of calls and I get, how did you do it? How did you let him go so early? So he doesn't know, but I do get a lot of calls questioning me, because if they're that young, it's scary for parents to let their children venture out at a young age. So I get a lot of feedback in that aspect on how do you go about it, how do you deal with it. But I don't know if he knows he's as popular as he is, but and I'm just a proud mommy.
Well,
Kim, has he got to bring a lot of Hastings shirts out there for you?
He said it's not no more.
Oh, is that what he said?
Hang on.
He probably hasn't told you off that I'll be at the last game on Saturday. He probably didn't. Yeah, so I'll be there for the last game. So hopefully I can find a Hastings t-shirt.
Oh, you'll be there for the game on Saturday?
Yeah.
Is your camera switched off?
Yes. You want me to switch it on?
No, it's up to you. No, don't worry. I mean, I wish Chris would switch his off.
That's all right, Chris. You keep yours on. That's what it's about for me. So I really appreciate having that platform that you guys put out, so I could just feel like I'm a part of his games, and it's just a great platform.
We'll have to have you on more often, so every time he has a bad game, you can tell him.
No. He'll be like, no.
Kim, you keep tweeting. If anything, you don't tweet enough. I think we should see more from you.
No.
No, it's like
We'll keep an eye on him. You don't see Stoney complaining about his dad on Twitter.
Stoney's older.
Sure.
All right then. So I'm glad I met you guys. So I'm gonna let you get back to the interview and come off, so you guys could have your chat in the way you normally do. And I will see you on Saturday.
Yeah, nice.
Looking forward to
See you
it,
on
Kim.
Saturday.
Thank you for coming on.
In the main
All right.
Thank you.
And thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to be on Knory.
It wasn't my choice.
Okay. All right, Dan. Nice to see you. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I think the word allow was doing a bit of heavy lifting there, wasn't it?
John, you can't go around asking women to turn their cameras on.
Yeah.
No,
there's an etiquette, you know.
It's not
everyone that's just wrong.
Sorry, I just thought because I had my camera off to start with, and it's mainly ignorance of technology with me.
Yeah, but you said it so fluently, like it's a habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, OnlyFans, isn't it?
When you're on the tube, you know.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, Knory. I am sorry, mate.
Yeah.
She bullied me. That's all I'm going to say. Apparently, you're
of TC's family we got coming on.
Yeah.
Apparently, your aunt was supposed to come on as well, Knory.
No, she
Crystal.
Yeah, she knows that.
Oh, something's happened.
Well, hello. You're right, John.
Yeah, everything froze unless you all went quiet on me.
No.
Nurse.
No, not again.
It's a nurse moment for John. Oh my
I
God.
think I just zoned out, maybe.
Yeah, if you just ask the nurse for your medication, John.
Push that red button, John.
Oh, dear.
That red cord, you have to pull that if you feel funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, where were we?
Yeah, we're on Lancing.
We're still on Lancing.
Yeah.
My goodness.
TC, talk to us about your game. Mayday.
Yeah, playing right back was a bit weird about Finn because obviously I was with Mappo, but I think I helped Mappo through the game, especially he played really well on Saturday. He's been doing really well at Eastbourne, so I knew that he'd carry it on because I've played with him since probably year 5 when I was playing with him.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, and I've known he's a good player, so yeah, it was good to play with him. But yeah, just should have scored more goals really. Should have been 6, 7 really. But yeah, we've done all right. Yeah, fans were good again. So
What do you reckon, guys? Well, obviously we've got Kim coming as well, but like, do you reckon it's going to be a packed Pilot Field on Saturday?
hopefully,
I hope so.
I think because it's done now, a lot of people all the glory hunters, they won't come anymore, will they? So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think it'd be similar to last Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it'll still be good.
Over 2,000.
Still be good. Yeah. I'm bringing my nephews along, so I've got some
main stand
new recruits.
Yeah, hopefully people will be thinking this is the last game before the closed season as well. You know, so hopefully that is kind of one you want to see, isn't it?
Yeah, surely you're a long time not watching it, aren't you? For 2 or 3 months, so you'd be mad.
What's the weather forecast? Weather forecast that helped on Saturday as well, didn't it? It's always good to bring people out.
And any other teams in this league are sitting there going, "Oh, we're only going to get 2,000 on Saturday."
Forecast is good for Saturday. So
good. Yeah.
And don't if we win, don't we get? Isn't that the record points in this league?
I think they've got that now.
No,
it's already done. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing we can break now is we can't concede more than 4 goals, and then we break that record as well.
They're a good side, Sevenoaks, aren't they? That's right up there in the form league. So
they've won 6 on the bounce, haven't they?
Yeah,
now?
they're a good side. And
Since they got a new manager, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've still got Frankie Sawyer playing for them as well. He used to be one of ours, didn't he? So
yeah,
we want to make sure we don't concede more than Haywards Heath, because I think they're level on. Is it 31 goals they've conceded?
Yes.
Although they've only scored 60 something, but we're in our 80s. But so that they're the.
You're in your 80s.
Yeah, that's complimentary. So they're.
That room ain't complimentary, mate. You're paying top dollar.
The least and scored the most, and all those things are important things, aren't they? And I think someone points per game. I think we do need to win because when there were less teams in the league, I forget who it was, got a big score. So I think a win makes us highest points per game. I could be talking a load of garbage, but
couldn't you?
Anyone know if there's a record on clean sheets over the season?
Not in Chris's.
Gary was on about one last week, wasn't he? He said, I want the clean sheets record as well. So there must be
close to it.
Something floating around, yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, there's not anything floating around, Chris. Or just, the sheet's clean.
No, they're not. Anyway, right.
Yeah,
TC, Knory, just quickly. First of all, I want to ask you two questions. Who's winning the playoffs? TC, who's winning the playoffs?
Anyone but Ashford, to be fair.
We've got the best hull in the league, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Knory, yourself, what do you think?
I'm stuck between Hayward's Heath and Cray Valley, just based off when we played them. I don't know.
Yeah, Cray can really turn it on, can't they? They've got great skill in that midfield and going forward. And am I the only one? I kind of wouldn't mind if Ashford went up, only because of that rivalry and what that game gives us. It's incredible, isn't it? To beat them in a league above, in the next league up. But obviously, I'm in the minority.
No, I agree.
At the same time, John,
local clubs around.
No, for once in my life, John, I'm going to back you on that as well. So I agree. I quite like I suppose because I dislike them is one of the reasons I quite like to see them up with us.
Any excuse to watch your second team again, John?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Well, if the travelling gets too much, they'll be my first. And just some news. Did you know there's a third Hull who's doing well over at Bexhill Town? Ollie.
Yes. Don't he play for the under-18s, under-23s? I think.
I'm not sure.
So I think he plays, obviously, Windy, you'll know, but Johnny Wright manages them, doesn't he? I think he's been playing for his team.
Yeah.
So this Ollie Hull, has he tipped over your bins as well?
I don't know. I know when we had, I forget what it was. I went over to see, I think it was under 18s. TC might be able to help me out. And he scored there was a penalty shootout for the trophy, and he scored the last penalty. Ollie Hull did.
I sort of know what you're talking about, but yeah, Ollie Hull's he's good as well. He's played a few first team games for Bexhill. But yeah, he's more of a nightmare than Dan probably.
Does he wear Crocs as well?
I was just going to say that.
Is it the whole family wear?
White Crocs.
Right, here he is. Yes, Knory. Right, so white Crocs, they're brutal, mate. I'm sorry.
I got a pair. I like them. They're comfortable.
Fuck comfort.
No, Knory, what you're forgetting is that you're speaking before the ultimate fashion icons here on the panel.
I guess so.
This is not the place to come for fashion advice, Knory. It has
I've heard you get one.
Stilettos are our attire.
Right, and are we done on Seven Oaks? We're beating Seven Oaks, aren't we?
They beat them easy. Yeah.
Did everyone know that earlier in the season, Chris and Gary Isted made an agreement that if we were champions on the last game, in the 70th minute, they'd both streak across the pitch?
Please don't. Please don't.
No, Histed was going to wear a dress. This was the agreement. Histed was going to wear a dress, and he backed down on that agreement.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have asked him out for a date.
Listen, I've got some serious competition there. Okay, he hasn't got one; he's got 3 or 4 as Mr. Histed.
What are we talking about?
Right, I was going to ask you a question. The people that I really want to talk to here, TC and Knory, right? I've asked you about the playoffs. What are you doing for your breaks? So you got your breaks coming up. are you straight off on holiday, or are you just chilling with family? What are you doing?
We have a break. I'm straight back in with Bermuda this summer until June. So my break won't be until a couple of weeks before we come back for pre-season.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and I got a few on it. I got a holiday with the boys, going Magaluf in 2 weeks. So
carnage. Carnage.
A nice little break. Because I didn't really have a pre-season last year because I was with Aggie and doing a lot of college stuff. So I haven't had a break in ages. So it'll be good to get away and go on holiday with my missus as well. Keep her happy.
You got to keep the ladies happy. Hey, Knory, what in Bermuda? I mean, talk it up. I mean, being there in general, it must be a tremendous holiday anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice holiday. It's hot. It's beautiful. But for me, it's not really. Well, it's a holiday because obviously I'm with family. I get to relax for sometimes, but don't know. It's just like home. It's like when I come back home from football, it just feels normal. And plus, I'll be playing football, so it's not really. I don't know how to explain it.
Is that for the international side, or is that a team for the international side? Okay.
Yeah, we have a training camp, but like obviously on weekends I can go out on a boat, go to the beach, so that part's nice. But yeah,
nice. You fish?
Did your mum let you go on her motorbike?
No, I don't think it was hers. In Bermuda, everyone rides them, so someone was probably driving across there.
Oh.
I would be surprised if she was on a motorbike. I'd be worried, actually.
Well, we heard it, mate. We heard
I'd be worried that she was on the podcast in the middle of the road.
Either that, she's got a job for Deliveroo.
Yeah. Be well worried.
So when you join your training camp, Knory, do guys jet in from all over the world back to Bermuda for that? Or are many of them home-based? Or do you just all arrive from all over the world for the training camp?
A few of them are home-based, but I'll say like more than half of us are in England or somewhere else. So yeah, we pretty much all just get flown in and then straight to training camp.
Do you get to play against any over here? Is there any in our league or?
In our league, no. There was one who used to be in our league. Do you remember John T. Smith from Lewis?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Him. But now there's one above us who plays for Woven. His name is Luke. But other than that, no one in our league.
Okay.
Must be quite interesting when you all arrive back and sort of share your experiences of football all over Europe and that. That must be some quite interesting stories, I imagine.
Yeah, it is, because it's well, like everyone's at a different level or different league. So we got some who are in the Championship, some are in League One. So you just share stories. It's quite good.
And experience, yeah.
I hope you turn up on day one with your medal proudly around your neck.
No, I actually got Hastings. I got HU and then the date on my boots. So it'll be with me.
Nice one.
Nice one. Well, chaps, should we leave it at that?
That was legendary, mate.
Well, I don't think Knory thinks I'm a legend. I think he wants to murder me.
No, I'm talking about his mum, not you.
Him. I'm trying to think. Have we got anything else we can discuss? No. I mean, we spoke playoffs last week, didn't we?
Well, we know who's in them, but is anyone planning to go to any? Because
there'd be some cracking games, won't there?
Yeah.
Depends on the dates. Have they got the dates for them yet?
They're usually the Tuesday after the last game. It'd be the first semi-final and then the final on the Saturday.
And is it second against fifth and third against fourth?
That's it, yeah. So your Open Ashford comes second, aren't you, John?
I'm hopefully got like a round table like this with all of them, all four teams. Hopefully,
and the finals normally played at the one that finished highest, isn't it? Well, I know it levels slightly higher, but the final is normally at the highest placed team that's in the final where they finished in the league. They play it on there.
Right. I think if you finish second, you get the right to have all your games at home, don't you?
Yeah, and the final would be played there if you get through to the final. But
are they still 2 legs then? The semi-final still 2 legs?
That's 1 leg, isn't it?
Is it one leg now?
Yeah, I think so. It used to be.
Yeah, it was before, wasn't it?
Yeah, when we played Dover, we went over there and then we beat them and then finished up at Tooting for the final.
Because we had two legs against Ashford, didn't we, recently?
No, it was one. Wasn't it?
No, it was 0-0 at Ashford, and then we lost at home, I think.
All for the nursing home. We don't need to worry about playoffs because those chaps guaranteed that we went up as champions.
Well, you started it.
Thank you. Yeah, but you lot were waffling. Thank you, Malcolm, Linda, that is Matt, Windy, John, Leon, the lovely Andy. Who's that gentleman that's in the nursing home? It's John Wills. Knory. I'm sorry, Knory. Please forgive me. Ian, and obviously the mighty TC, thank you, and I will see you at the game this Saturday, final league match, and I'm sure it's going to be a win.
Yeah.
See you at the
game.
That's it for another week, HUISC fans. Only one more game to go in this glorious season. Make sure you're at the Pilot Field this Saturday. As ever, if you want to get in contact with the show, or have any suggestions, or want to get in on our weekly roundtables, that email again is hufcpod@gmail.com, or on the Twitter, which is @HUFCpodcast. You can get this podcast on all major platforms, be it Google Podcasts, Audible, iTunes, Spotify, or Amazon Music. And we have a jam-packed YouTube channel, chock-a-block, full of video interviews and episodes from the podcast. Please, please, please give it a look, a comment or a like, but definitely subscribe. It's all free. All that's left for me to say is, I've been your host, Chris Laverick. Hope you have a good week and see you at the game.